Hey there, it's Johnberry555 and welcome to my full review of The Mandalorian Chapter 19, The Convert. So this is the third episode of the third season. Hey, 3-3. Hey, that's a nice little coincidence there. But yeah, so as I mentioned in my spoiler-free review, this very much felt like the first episode where we had a true A plot and B plot. And surprisingly, the A plot didn't feature Din in any of the Mandalorians at all. At least I thought it was an A plot, since it was the central part of the episode and took up the most time. And felt like an straight out of Star Wars Andor. This is probably the most political thriller we've seen in the Mandalorian so far. So that's going on. Basically, the Doctor Pershing from the previous season, that clone working with Empire. Basically, we're following him in his life on Coruscant as part of an amnesty program for Imperials, and we actually get to see the communications officer, that one Imperial from Moff Gideon's ship. Well, she's up to something, because at first, like, oh, maybe she truly defected to the New Republic and is trying to, maneuver for more Imperials in the amnesty program who are not truly loyal to the Republic yet into being loyal, or, getting them caught acting up, but at the same time, it's like, but is she really? Because at the end of the New Republic, using a basically reduced power version of an Imperial claim is like, oh, here's some soothing, go and get rid of all your Imperial tendencies. Probably not really quite understanding how the brain actually works. Because Dr. Pershing, like, he has an itch to continue doing his research, which the New Republic is a no on. Not to mention what he's doing, man, a little better than what Theo Khan was doing on Coruscant to the Mandalorian, but still just looks like grueling office work. But anyhow, so that one Imperial, former Imperial, I'm still gonna call her an Imperial, because why did she turn on that machine with the New Republic for basically trying to using technology to rehabilitate Theo Khan? Why did she turn it all the way up when it sounds like New Republic only used the most minor of the settings instead of scrambling the brain? Just like, we're gonna give you a nice, calm, peaceful experience. Still practically brainwashing. Kind of shows that the New Republic has not fully, is like, they did not probably dismantle the machines of the Empire, the machines of war. They did not do that. And so that rot is still there. The rot of the old Republic is still there. They never really addressed it. That's something I hope they do after the sequel, to truly address that rot. Because there's a whole scene where essentially the leads of Coruscant are joking around after Pershing gives a talk. Basically, a talk that's probably designed to promote the amnesty program for Imperials, but in the form, which is in the former Coruscant opera that we saw in Attack of the Clones, but anyhow, they're like Republic, Empire, New Rebels, doesn't really matter. Basically, they didn't like the outer rim, like they're the elites, they're aloof, out of touch. We saw this in The Last Jedi as well. And this is also the same sentiment that Mayfield had at the start of, I forget the episode's name, but he had as well. He saw them all as the same, but came to realize that no, there is some substantial difference. Yes, the New Republic and the Rebels had their problems. We are seeing that now, and we're seeing probably the original problems, the radicals and the realists in Star Wars Andor, and some of those issues, like basically, the Rebels and the Republic ain't all sunshine and rainbows, but they're still significantly better than the Empire. But that still doesn't mean that the New Republic can't do better. I'm just saying. But so kind of going with that crazy ramble, back to what's going on. Like, why does she turn that dial all the way up? Makes me wonder if she's still somehow loyal to the Empire and is being a double agent, a spy, if you will. I don't know, but it's a thought. But there's a lot to break down, though. I might actually make some additional shorts as I come up with new ideas watching other people's reviews, because there is so much there that I could break down and discuss. There is just so much. I'm still processing it. But let's actually address everything within the B plot of the episode. It's kind of interesting how his story, the Mandalorian story, becomes a B plot. Kind of like what happened in Book of Boba Fett when Din showed up. Not quite the same, because they still do a good job, because I think they wanted to show a contrast with from Dr. Pershing and also bo-katan. Because somehow by the end of the episode, bo-katan accidentally joins the Children of the Watch. I don't think she was intending of it, but at the same time, everything she had known has been destroyed. And here's this group because of her rescuing Din last episode, means she bathed in the waters of Mandalore. That means now that they are willing to accept her despite her past transgressions. I do find that kind of interesting, and will this that sense of community, the one I'm looking for, will that sense of community basically draw her into the code, make her forget about her ideals, her values, the idea that no, we can't be all this dogmatic. But being Mandalorian, take helmet on and off doesn't matter. But like, I do wonder, could something like that, there's that sense of community could get entrapped, if you will. I don't know. We need to see that, but it's kind of interesting there. But yeah, Bo-Katan truly lost everything because she lost Mandalore, but now she actually lost her home, her family, her clan's home world, or at least the castle. Like she truly lost that. Like so, everything she once had is now gone. She mentioned she was disaster for family, so we already know that her sister died. We saw that in the Clone Wars, and we also know probably then that means her and her sister's nephew Koki is also dead as well. So like those are Satine and Koki were the only two members besides her father that we've ever had mentioned in canon. There probably was a mother too, but like she has like no family left. So will the children's watch be like she's finding that sense of community, the sense of belonging that she's lost by fighting because of the Empire, man, but also just the forces of evil in the galaxy as a whole. I do wonder how would that affect her character and her character development going forward. And also gotta mention that Din still needs to understand that the Children of the Watch is a cult. We know that Bo-Katan knows that intellectually, but emotions can sometimes impact, and that's what's holding Din back. Ever society holding him back. But like I say, I was pleasantly surprised that the Armorer didn't try to obfuscate it. Yep, you bathed in the waters of Mandalore, you have your proof, everything's good. Like, yeah, I was surprised that she was so accepting of that. So maybe there's a chance that she could become more accepting to a looser interpretation of the creed. Anyhow, I personally think the creed, basically the helmet rule, was don't take your helmet off in battle when you're serving as a warrior. That's what I think it originally meant, but it got twisted over the years. That happens a lot of the time with legends, folklore, and traditions. Things get twisted in that where they don't resemble the original form anymore. You see that a lot. You see that a lot. Hence why there's so many splinter factions of Christianity. Just some real world examples there. But yeah, that's probably the main stuff I want to mention. There's probably a few other things I could mention as well, but that's the main stuff I wanted to mention. So yeah, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, upvote, and share the video if you haven't done so already. And as always, have a good day, good night, wherever you are. This is the way.